Okay, welcome to another episode of T-Man's How To. In this case, it's how to transform Fans Toys Maverick. And we're going to start with robot mode to vehicle mode. And I'm going to do things different than I did in the real review. I was going to use that footage, but I changed my mind. But slide this up, slide this up. Go ahead, fold this in, fold that in, fold this in, fold that in, and shove the foot up, shove the foot up. And now we can, let's go ahead and bring the crotch skirt up, shut that, bring the crotch skirt up, shut that. Open this flap up, which will allow us to bring this down. And before we bring that down, I'm going to shove the hips all the way up over this little universal joint right there. Bring that up. And now we're gonna let these come down. Make sure that these hips stay in this orientation and do not twist, but continue to try to push up to make sure that they are pushed up. All right, and now we can detach the knee pad from there, and this thing is scratching my hand up. I'm not gonna keep stopping to put friggin' lotion on. I hope it's not too distracting. Pull that off. And the reason why that was easy to pull off was because I did not push those kneecaps onto that peg very hard. But bring these down like this. And now we can rotate. If these give you any type of resistance while you're rotating, rotate it the other way. I notice it stops a bit. So let's try. Yeah, there we go. Now that we're back here, we can pull this off of there, bring that out, grab this, swing it out this way, shove it in there. Do not use this as leverage, it's sharp. Bring that up, shut this. Bring this off of here, just open that up. And now I believe this is painted, but they must have coated it in some type of way, because I've transformed this thing quite a few times. Bring that up. Remember what I said about not using this as leverage. And now we can go ahead and peg this lower section together. Shut this. Bring that, you know what, angle it like this, because that'll make the other wings easier to put together. Back here, we're gonna unpeg this right here. Now we can bring this cockpit up on both sides, peg that together. All right. Leave this stuff dangling behind his head for now, and we can elongate the arms, elongate the shoulder to get that mess out of the way, and we could detach this bar right here. I mean, it's the easiest way. Yeah, there we go. Detach this on both sides. Probably before you do that, lift this up off of that peg. Lift this off of that peg and detach this. Now we have to move the wings back this way though, and bring this out. Bring this peg that was in the side up like this. Swing that around like that. Get the arm out the way. Rotate it this way. Shut it up against that. And bring that up like that. On this figure, it's loose. It might be loose on yours. Typically, every figure winds up having the same issues. Bring that out. Swing that around. Get the arm out of the way. Shut this up. Rotate it. Bring that up. Alright. Now we can bring the arms back out like that. Go ahead and detach all of this. Swing that down. Detach that. Bring that down. You push his head up under here. And now, while we're thinking about it, don't forget, we can shut this crotch and rotate wait, before we rotate, we need to shove these crotch panels up under there. Now that'll make it easier to rotate this stuff. With all of this still hanging, we need to push this forward at the top while pulling out at the same time. Push that forward, pull out. Push that forward and pull out. All right. And now we need to take this bar that's visible. We need to swinging that down and out at the same time. Swing that down and out at the same time. And now we need to elongate these mid-gut panels. Move this stuff out of the way and start rotating that while bringing it around the bar and shove it up around this peg right there. Move it out, rotate it that way, start swinging it back down while moving around that stuff. And now we can bring this up and come up here, bring this into position. It's kind of difficult for me behind the camera showing you guys, but basically we need to just accordion this bar into a position where we can peg these two pegs into the two holes on both sides. Sometimes it's easier said than done. Bruh. Come on, man. There we go. There we go. Work with me, toy. Now down here, we need to peg that into that. And then we need to get this into position while making sure, while we're bringing this down, it wraps around these little hip joint thingies. So we need to get that, bend this, get this kind of around that, get this around that. Now push this into there. Boy. Now we can start bringing this up. Bring that out. Tab that into there while wrapping this little nub around this. So yeah, there we go. And now we could elongate this peg, shove that into position. Same stuff over here. Get all that pegged. While moving this up and getting that into position. All right. Now these arms. We need to rotate this bar here. Get the arms down into this orientation. Rotate this. This is loose on mine, it might be loose on you. Do not pay it any attention. Rotate this joint so that this is in the front right there. And this back part will close more once you do that. Now here, we need to get the fists into this orientation. Start lifting this forward, which will make this panel open up and get sort of out of the way. Once it starts getting sort of out of the way, push in there to make it all the way out of the way. Open, start shoving the hand through this cavity and bring it up into this position right there. Now we can shut this panel and then bring that like that and bring this into this orientation right there. And now we need to take this hinge system right here and rotate it up till it touches the red part. Swivel this around. The bicep joint, the yellow joint, if it stops you or gives you any resistance, twist it the other way. I'm gonna leave that dangling there for now, but basically the same thing. Rotate this bar. We can rotate this arm like this. Bring these back there like that. Start accordion this hinge right there. Open this panel right here, which will allow you to get to this panel. Start shoving the hand through here. Put it like that. Shut this, bring this down, and rotate the arm in a direction where it doesn't give you any resistance. Now, we need to bring this bar up along this while pushing this peg right here into a peg hole right there. This little round thing right there needs to go into a groove right here. And there are 2 pegs back here that go into 2 slots right there. Wow, these peg into that. And this is probably the toughest part. I start with the round pegs back here, shove that into there, and then start pushing this and guiding that little red peg into there. I'm gonna worry about that later. You see what you need to do? It fights you a lot. So I'm gonna start doing all that on this side. Shove the 2 pegs back here and get that red peg. The main peg we need to worry about up in the front is that red peg into the hole that's supposed to go into. And as long as you have this stuff together, you're good. On this side right here, to be honest, it's giving me trouble every time I've transformed this, but keep messing with it until you get it into the right area, like elongate this bar and whatnot until you get into the right area and squeeze, and make sure that nothing else came loose while you're doing that. And what came loose is this, so it's almost like you gotta hold whatever's together to make sure the other stuff doesn't dislodge. And once you do that, here he is in his jet mode, and it looks nice, and I'm happy. And I went over details and gimmicks in the real review. Watch my real review for all that type of stuff. Before we get to this reverse transformation, I wanted to show a comparison off that I was too lazy to do during the review. But, coming from back here, Cyclonus or Quietus, or let's start from even right here. Quietus is way thinner. Well, not way thinner, but he's thinner and not as long. But I love transforming this thing. People are scared to do it, but I love it because I love this jet mode and I love this jet mode. But let's get to it. Reverse transformation. First thing we're going to want to do is put that there, bring that down if you even have all that stuff out. Now we need to basically just start unpegging things, like unpeg this from there, and it's pegged in right there. Same thing up here, unpeg it from right there, and it's pegged in right here. Now basically all that's dangly, but let's leave that there and start getting onto this stuff. Loosen this up right here. That will allow us to bend these wings down, which will let all of this stuff let go of each other. Bend that up, bend this down, Bend that up, bend this in. Now we can start separating or lifting this up. Right here, come on you. Lift this up, which will unlock under there and unlock that. Now we can just basically leave that dangling. Now up here, we need to detach right here. Stretch that out. Leave that dangling. Now we need to move this back. And I guess we can move the head out now. And with these down, we can start bringing this out a little bit. Rotate it that way so I can clear the bar on both sides. Make sure that this can clear that stuff. Clear that, clear that. And now we can bring that out. Bring this up. Bring it closer. Bring that out. Bring this up. Come on, you. The problem is all this stuff starts getting in the way, and that's all of a sudden tight. Might have to loosen that up, but get that up to here, and we're gonna leave that like that for a second. Before we forget, move this stuff out the way and move that around, because if you forget that one step, it'll drive you nuts. And now we can also bring this crotch stuff forward, because it'll get stuck behind everything if you forget. Bring this down, bring that like that, bring that like that. He is a tall boy, so I gotta keep rearranging the camera. Well, now I'm gonna lift this up, rotate things in this orientation, move this out like this, elongate the arms that way, and bring everything out here for now. And now we need to peg this peg into a little slot there while moving this into a slot here. Yeah, it's easier to get back in there than it is to get out. But pull that down, elongate this, since I did it at a weird angle where you might not have been able to see. Rotate this way, get this up and out of the way, and now shove this into here, or basically make sure, come on, slide in there, slide, bruh, why won't you slide? What's happening here? You can only slide that one way. Get that in front of there while getting that in there. Okay. So now we need to shut this up. Leave this dangling for a second. This basically needs to get into the position it was in when you were in jet mode. And now this can collapse onto that. Now that we have that like that, we can start moving this red bit right here. I want to make sure the light is in the right place, but you need to swing this out like that while bringing it like this and around here. But we need to also bring this little peg right here. Come on, you. Bring that down as we're bringing this around, and this will clip the side to the body or to the backpack, and make sure the backpack isn't sloppy. Well, basically, peg that, move it into the orientation, and peg it into there. Once you do that, you can now move this into its orientation and bring that down so that this can cover the peg. And there we are. Let's try to do that more smoothly on this side. We need to, with the arm out of the way, move this way, and this is loose. Okay, bring that down, bring this little peg out. Come on, you. Come on. This little peg is loose. I mentioned that in a review, but we need to get that down, get it behind the arm, and this wing kind of gets in the way, but peg it into the hole again on the side, just like you did on the other side. And lift this up so that we can fold this down. Make sure it clears this right here, and then we can slot that into there. Alrighty. And now we can, we're gonna worry about that last. The legs, we can go ahead and unpeg everything. As you can see, it tabs together well. We can go ahead and lift this up. Alright, now we can shut this up, start swinging this around, pull it out, then we can swing it around to the point where it's inside of here. Then we can bend this wing like that, grab this wing, grab this, and shove that through there. We have the QC Dude 31 right there. Same thing over here, bend that, lift this into this orientation, put that into there, fold this, shut this on top of there. Now we can rotate the leg around, rotate the leg around, and up here. Alright, now pull the front of the crotch up like that. Start bringing these up at the same time, which may be a little bit easier said than done. Once that gets close together, and look at this thing scratching my skin up. Ugh. You can shut this once you get them together, but it has to be like freaking perfect. Let's elongate the legs. I'm gonna elongate that and shove it up that way. Now we got it. Elongate this leg. Now we can bring these down, wrap it around the hips. Take the foot, take the heel spur, bring that down, bring that down, bring the foot down. Grab this plate right here, bring that down, bring that down, bring that down, bring that down, pull this. Okay, now we get, last thing to mess with is the arms. The arm, you need to bend this a little bit, push this panel out, start moving the hand forward so the hand can go through that hole. Stretch the bicep out, wrap this around, and now we can put the hand in this orientation and put that into the thing right there. Now you can do what you want, but shove that up to there, rotate it around, put the fist how you want it. Same stuff over here. Open that up. Well, this should have already been up. It opened it. It shut itself. I'm gonna open that now. Open this. Swing the fist forward again. Shut that and close that. And my hand is bothering the crap out of me. But rotate the bicep. For some reason it doesn't want to turn right there on this arm. I don't think the other arm has that issue. Well, lift this up to there, put the fist how you want it. Final steps. Grab this, bring that forward. Grab this, bring that forward. And one thing I didn't mention, look how the knees are. I mean, nobody probably ever noticed this until I'm bringing it up right now. It's like the knees aren't really attached to the lower legs. But bring these up to connect to these pegs. I would not push them all the way because it was very difficult, or it is very difficult to get them detached. And now this guy. Move the wings like this. Split this right here. I mean, there are a couple of spots where you can split the nose cone, but basically through that, swing it up like this, swing it up like that. Bring things to this orientation, and there is a hole right there for you to put this peg in. And bam. He is a mother friggin' robot. Thank y'all for watching this. I hope I helped you in some type of way. Until next time, TMan 978 out of here. Don't believe I missed any steps. He looks all fully complete to me. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really